David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto. And folks, if you can, please visit our website, journalistdefensefund.com. And if you're able to, kick in a few bucks. Sometimes when we endeavor to bring you the other side of the story, there are forces afoot that don't want us to do so. They react with violence, and I can tell you, in just the last couple of months, we've racked up more than $15,000 in terms of bodyguard bills. So if you can make a donation of any amount, that would be greatly appreciated. Well, I'm here in front of the lawns of Queen's Park in downtown Toronto, and look over yonder, the glorious Sir John A. Macdonald statue. Yeah, I'm afraid unless you have Clark Kent's X-ray vision, you're not going to be able to see an image of our first Prime Minister. Folks, what happens whenever there is a march by the Black Lives Matter types, the Antifa types? The cause du jour these days is to deface and even try to pull down a statue. Now, last week, Sir John A. Macdonald was covered in a vibrant and vulgar hue, if you ask me, a pink paint. It was coated in that paint for at least 48 hours, and then late on Monday, the city works crews came with power washers, and I thought they had scrubbed him clean, and maybe he is clean, but I question, is this the new normal going forward? Is the idea that, well, we can't stop the thugs, well, they can, but they choose not to, from defacing our statues. So why don't we just entomb Sir John A. Macdonald in this wooden coffin and A, prevent the statue from being defaced, and B, prevent any of the snowflakes from getting triggered by our first Prime Minister. However, that leads to unintended consequence C, which is nobody else, the vast majority of the populace, can see the statue anymore. It's evidently too offensive, and or maybe it's a matter of the City Works crew. They don't want to be coming here every weekend and scrubbing this statue clean. But in any event, I think this is an absolute disgrace. This is waving the white flag of surrender. How about this for a concept? If you see anyone coming to a national monument or statue and they have vandalism on their mind, arrest that person. Peaceful protest, I am down with 100%. Freedom of speech, protesting in the public square, no problem. But this is something else. This is a crime. It's called vandalism, and the police have to clamp down on this, because if you don't enforce the rule of law, well, really, there is no rule of law. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, I hate to ask, but ask I must. Please visit journalistdefensefund.com. That's journalistdefensefund.com. Make a donation, and that way we can afford to bring you the other side of the story, because sometimes our reporters, our cameramen are threatened violently by those on the far left, and we need to hire security. So once again, any amount would be cherished. Go to journalistdefensefund.com and kindly make a donation.